The Last Goodbye by John Fratangelo is a true story that details the lives of John and Tony, two inseparable cousins, and their adventures together through their teen years and their time in the Vietnam War. Here to discuss his book is the author himself, John Fratangelo. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Steph. Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Your book was recently published and recounts your time in the Vietnam War and the loss of your cousin. Tell us a bit more about your book and why you decided to have this published decades later.
Well, it started out like my cousin. He came over when he was 6 years old from Italy with his family. They stayed with us, and we were together for every holiday, every Christmas vacation, every summer vacation, every weekend, and we grew up together. And as soon as we turned 19. They sent us that one-way token. We were drafted. He went to Fort Gordon, Georgia. I went to Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Ended up going to Vietnam. And he was with the 25th Infantry Division. I was with the 1st Infantry Division. And we corresponded in country with through letters. And we were planning to go on R&R. But it never happened. He ends up getting killed. So I had to bring him home. And, it was a difficult time. So I said, one of these days I'm going to write this story. I want to write this book, tell it. And so that's what happened. And when I got out, that's what I did. But what they did, they got a hold of me in the jungle, okay? And you know, I don't know if people notice, but everybody who gets killed, every GI who gets killed in a combat situation has a personal escort. And I didn't know it at the time, but they came and got me out of the jungle and they flew me back. They said that I was chosen to be an escort for that the GI was killed. I didn't know it was my cousin. You know, I thought I was just going to escort somebody home. But the night at the barracks, when they flew me in, it was late at night, about 1 o'clock in the morning. I was there, and it was dark. I couldn't see anything, and I was just thinking about him and me growing up. And like I said, all of a sudden, I was just in the bunk. Nothing on, just my underwear. And the door opens. I hear footsteps outside the barracks, and it's a screen door. There's a little light out there, so it was very dark. And all of a sudden, the screen door swung open, and he walks in, and I didn't know it was him. I see a soldier coming in, and it's dressed in khaki, and I'm trying to sit up in bed, trying to recognize who it was. I didn't know it until he got to the foot of my bed, and he looked up, and I said, "Tony," and he just smiled and stretched out his hand and shook my hand, turned around, just vanished, and the door just shut behind him. And I said, well, I got to tell this story someday. That's what I did.
And your book really pays homage to your cousin, and as you said, it has some of your experience in there. And how did this all change the trajectory of your mindset in writing your story?
Well, when he came to say goodbye, it was like it haunted me. You know, and I said, this got to be told. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to tell the story of not only Tony, but my friends. I lost a lot of friends, and I used their real names. I wanted to be remembered for who they were, that they did exist in this world, you know, to not leave this world without anybody knowing that they existed. So that's why I used their real names.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody was telling me, you know, how good through the years, because I tucked it away. I took the book for about almost 45 years, and then people were telling me, you know, you got to write this book. It's really good. So my wife and my kids were always on me, and I had a teacher who taught in a writers group, and he said, I sent him a couple of pieces from the book. He said, I've been teaching writing for over 20 years, and this is the most compelling piece of work I've ever read. You know. So between him and my family, my friend, and my friend Robert Klein, who's a comedian, and you guys all know him, I guess, and he read it, and he said, John, you got to finish this book, man. You know, you got to finish it. It tells a great story. So I did, and you know that. So and it got such great response. I just can't believe how this response it is getting.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.